Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. So let's go ahead and open up the box. So in this box is a Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by cutting apart the clear packing tape that's keeping the box securely sealed, and doing so very carefully with a penknife. And now opening the box up and taking a look directly inside of the box packaging. Let's lift the contents out and set it on the tabletop. And of course, just checking through to make sure nothing else is left in the box packaging. We can close it back up and set it to the side. I'm just giving you a look at the mop and bucket set that we've just removed straight out from its box packaging. So giving you a full look right there at this Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. Alright, and just taking the contents out from the bucket, we can set them across the tabletop so you have a more complete view of the parts that make up this mop and bucket set. So you can see the three-piece handle, which is telescopic, the mop head, the 3-action mop head, the torsion wringer, and of course the SuperMocio bucket itself with a 10-litre capacity. Alright, so let's set the bucket to the side and take a look at each of the items one by one. First starting with the mop head. So the 3-action mop head, you can see, still packaged and sealed in a clear or semi-clear plastic bag with some details on it, and it is washable or machine washable at 60 degrees Celsius. And giving you a look at the overall details. That's on the packaging for this SuperMocio XL mop head. So as we can see, there is 3 actions of cleaning. Now let's go ahead and of course open up the packet, but just giving you one more look at the details right there. You can see Vileda with the XL sizing, and it does have antibacterial properties as well. And now let's go ahead and open it up and slide the mop head out. Okay, and just setting that packaging to the side and giving you a much closer in look at the mop head, which has a lemon shape. So I'm just going to move the telescopic handle to the side, and of course the other parts as well, the torsion wringer and the bucket to the side, so that it doesn't interfere with the foreground as we focus and look at the mop head. So you can see the top part of the mop head with a plastic attachment and the Vileda branding on it, and giving you a top-down look at its overall design. And we can see the top part of the mop head with the red part does have a non-scratch scourer, so giving you that close-up look at the texture of that scourer, and of course the way that it responds. And we can see that majority of the mop head has a blue microfiber design, so the blue microfiber action does soak up and wipe grease and dirt off the floor. So those are the two actions, with the red being the scarer for removing stubborn particles and stains, and the blue for soaking and wiping the surface. So right there, another section of the blue. And of course we do have the red dots as well, the power dots. As you can see, they do protrude or stand out from the blue microfiber surface, and giving you a look at the reverse side of the different textures and parts of the mop head. So the red power dots do pick up and lift other particles off from the floor, providing the third action of this mop head. So the non-scratch scarer for removing stubborn stains and marks, and then of course the microfiber blue parts for wiping and soaking up grease and other elements, and of course the red power dots for picking up other particles. Okay, so right there, giving you an overall look at the mop head, and of course right down to the core as well from the inside. So they're giving you some sense of its overall design, and just squeezing it as well. Okay, so that's the Vileda SuperMocio 3Action mop head in the XL design. Now let's move on to the telescopic handle with a 80 to 140 centimeter length. Let's open up the packaging, so just tearing open the clear plastic packaging and putting that to the side. And the handle is made out of metal, as you can hear right there, and just giving you a look at the overall details. So it does have a hook for hanging the mop handle. And of course it does have that signature red design from Vileda. Okay, now let's assemble the handle, and just making sure that we do it right, and of course giving you some of the details of the handle with the Vileda branding at the top of that hook or hanger. Okay, let's figure this one out. Let's pop the middle section in. As you can see, it is a 3-part handle, and just twisting it does tighten and secure these two parts together. And moving on to the bottom and of course the end piece, so simply sliding or inserting the other side in and twisting the handle to lock it and secure it. So right there, twisting both ends to give it that maximum torque and tightening. So there we have it, the entire length of this Vileda SuperMocio's mop handle right there, assembled very quickly and simply without any tools or instructions really, and giving you a look at the end or top or end piece or head of the mop handle. Now let's insert the mop head into the handle and let's clip it in place. Let's see if there's any particular orientation for it to go in, and I can see, and giving you a look right there, there are 4 slots there, and you can see those 4 protrusions there that go into those slots to lock it in place. And I'm just trying to pull it apart with a little bit of force, and we can see that it stays in place. And now just inserting it fully to make sure that it is definitely secure and locked in place, and just thumping it down on the tabletop right there. Okay, so we have the Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop Head on its handle, and as we mentioned, it is telescopic in the sense that we can unscrew the handle and use it as a 2-piece by of course removing the sections and their parts, but let's find out actually. Not quite sure how this is supposed to join. Maybe not. Maybe just using the mid piece on its own. And let's see if the hook piece doesn't screw somewhat. And we can certainly use it as a much shorter mop right there with just 2 pieces of the handle put together. But let's put it all back together again as a complete 3-piece. So reinserting and screwing the handle tightly together again. We can see just how easily done that is, and of course giving that maximum tightness by gripping onto the extreme ends and just putting that hook or end cap back onto the handle right there. And there we have that complete metal handle, and we can see some of the powder coating of the red coming off, but nonetheless that's assembled now. Just setting that down, and of course taking a look at the SuperMocio bucket, which measures 360 millimeters long, 260 millimeters tall, and 70 centimeters deep, actually, that way, I think, or somehow, but nonetheless it does have a 10-litre capacity. Okay, so there we go, giving you a look right there at the details that's on the bucket. So 10-litre capacity for the SuperMocio bucket. So some very fine print right there as well. So height wise, once again, 26 centimeters and lengthwise 36 centimeters. And of course we do have the torsion wringer as well. So giving you a look at the torsion wringer for this SuperMocio mop and bucket set. So very light in weight, and of course does have this grey design. And once again, Vileda branding throughout on the opposite ends of the clips, and giving you a look at the underside details as well. So you can see overall the design of this torsion wringer. And giving you a look at the two parts together. And we can see the bucket details as well, right there with the Vileda branding, and on the underside as well with a no step diagram or warning. And it's nice to see that the bucket is recyclable. So giving you a look right there at the underside of the bucket and the overall details. Okay, so we can also take a look at the handle. So it does have a carry handle with a plastic grip area. So just setting the torsion wringer down and giving you that close-up detail right there. And we can see once again the overall details, and of course placing my hand inside of this 10-litre capacity bucket. And to give you some sense of the overall thickness, so it is light in weight but does have a semi-rigid structure or design. Right there, overall details, does have a pouring spout as well, should you feel thirsty and brave. Okay, so there we go, the overall design of this Vileda SuperMocio bucket from the mop and bucket set. Alright, let's put the torsion wringer onto the bucket, and right there it clips in place, and just making sure that it snaps onto the lipped edge of the bucket. As you can see right there, the 4 notches on the underside clipping the torsion wringer securely in place. And with the mop head, simply push down when it's soaked to strain or drain any liquids and dirt from the mop head. So giving you a look once again at the Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. So as you can see, mop head does go in through the front very easily, and of course into the torsion wringer for wringing out the liquids and particles and dirt. So as you can see, it does stay in place as well. There is some weight to the bucket even though it is empty, and we can see that the mop fully assembled, doesn't tip over in it. So there, giving you a full look at this Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. And to give you once again some sense of the size, placing my hand over the torsion wringer, and of course on the side of the bucket as well, to give you some sense of the size and scale and of course perspective. And once again taking a look directly top down inside of the bucket. So that's the Vileda SuperMocio 3Action XL Mop and Bucket Set. Thanks for watching and happy mopping!